let's talk about, a lot of layoffs are happening and some people quit. Can you tell us a little bit about, why people shouldn't leave their pension with their boss, kind of leaving their pension, stuck with their ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend? And I've seen a lot of people do this because it's convenient. Why is it not a good thing to just leave it with your ex-company?
Yeah, great question. Great question. I would say, as far as assets go, in terms of, what are your biggest assets normally as a person? Your house is up there, and also a lot of people don't realize that their pensions are kind of number two on that list generally, sometimes even number one. I try to recommend, whenever possible, we want to have whatever your biggest assets are in your control. And so when we leave it with ex-employers, we now have relinquished the control of one of our biggest assets to somebody else, somebody that we no longer have an affiliation with. So one of the ideas is, whenever you do leave an employer, we always want to look at your options. And this is where we'd want to really use your agent, your financial advisor, to kind of go through the different options and make a recommendation so that we can really pick the best option that's there for you. And a lot of the time, it's going to be actually commuting that pension, or taking that cash value of your pension out of the pension company and taking control of it yourself. We do hear of these horror stories sometimes. If the plan isn't fully funded, employees are left short sometimes as well. So for the example of, Sears or Nortel, when bankruptcies come up in the past, employers that had pension funds with these companies have been left short. So it's important that we want to make sure that if you have the opportunity to take your pension with you and hold it in your control, we always want to try to do that whenever possible.
I remember the Nortel, right? The Nortel issue, and you're right. It's one of your greatest assets. You worked hard for this for, almost all your life, and make sure you have total control. So it's good to know that a lot of people, all of us, have options when it comes to, if you leave your work, take it with you and make sure you know your options out there.